Funny because we have this podcast, but we're not big internet people.
No.
We're not big.
I share my husband's stuff, and pretty much that's it. And whatever you're gonna send me,
Yeah.
is all I'm gonna
And
share.
I'm on his podcast, but we're not big. So there's a lot of people who that's where they get out their frustration or their anxiety or their thought process for the day or whatever it is, they get it out there. And so I think that just finding people who find a safe space in the internet.
They do, but they have to also understand that somebody might comment on that, and you have to be okay with what somebody else is commenting on what you're putting out there.
Well, that's what we're going to talk to
You
you
are
about.
putting it out there. You have to be able to take the good and the bad.
We finally got the
And maybe, some of the bad isn't always bad.
Welcome to Word on the Street. I'm here with Lillian Streets. Do we have an S on the end or no?
No S.
No S. And
I am the street.
period. And we're here to talk about something that I've had on this podcast before with a male guest. And I asked him his perspective, and I got a pretty deep response from him. So I thought it would be interesting today to have a female's point of view, where I'm more interactive in the conversation. You know what I mean? Okay. But before we do that, tell me a little bit about yourself so they know where you come from. Like, who are you in Longboat?
Who is Lillian?
Somebody asked me who you were. I said, well, first of all, I love her. She sings. Right? She sings. I don't know if you do poetry, but something in me feels like you should do poetry.
I used to.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I wanted to say she did poetry, but I was like, I'm not sure if she does, but she should do poetry. I said she's a really soft-spoken soul, but she's not a pushover. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I said she might work at the city. I don't know. I don't know your personal, but just as far as like, that's why I wanted you on here.
I appreciate that. It's
sure.
nice to see like how other people see you too.
Yeah, because I know that you can have real, honest, deep, black woman, went through certain things with an enlightened, respective perspective type of conversation, you know what I mean?
I've been through some things, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I work at the county, at the public defenders. It's all love. It's all love. So, I mean,
and you've been pretty active in some of the community events, right?
I'm all about community. I'm like, everybody love everybody. That was me and Brittany Williams back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, bubble walks to the police station and
Were
trying
you-
to just bring people
Turn
together.
this switch off. Were you out at the protests? Any of the protests?
Most of them in the 2020,
Okay.
for sure. I've been to a couple recent. No, I've only been to one recently. Last year when the what's that group that they're pretty much anti-Trump kind of, but like anti-fascism.
Okay.
That kind of deal. Like release the
The whales?
No, not the whales.
I love whales. I love the killer whales. I need them to be released.
I love the whales.
But I do like SeaWorld, so it's kind of like
Okay, I remember when that one came out.
yeah, but I like SeaWorld though.
Yeah.
But I don't
only
like
went
how they
once,
do them.
But it was like, okay, that's nice, but they got the whole ocean. Did you know whales can go from Antarctica to like Africa?
Not in San Diego, they can't.
Not in San Diego.
Okay, I'm sorry. We just went that way. That's
all right.
You can let it.
You want to us?
To the whales. To it.
Oh wait, let's try this.
Let's
one,
try
right?
this. This is E40, the Earl Stevens, the one that's mixed with Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Yeah, it's new. They have it over at Liquor Point.
I didn't think I was gonna like this. I like it.
It's not too sweet, right?
It's not too bad. I want to drink this in winter. It has like a
Yeah.
like almost a cinnamon kind of, but the sweet kind.
And okay, well let's get into it. You ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's do the thing.
Okay. From your perspective as a woman, do you notice differences in men based on whether they were raised in a two-parent household, a single-parent household, or a single-parent household with consistent involvement from the other parent, or a single parent household without that consistency. I know I messed up the question, but you got what I'm trying to say. Basically, if they were in a dual house or if they were raised by one parent, doesn't matter if it was mom or dad.
Right.
We can talk about the characteristics of both.
Right.
And especially in how they show up in relationships and dating.
That's funny because most of the people I know, I feel like grew up in single parent homes. I can't say that anybody's more balanced or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of people that started in a 2-parent home and still ended up
For sure.
wilding out.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're not talking about like,
In
just the
general.
bad for one parent household, or just we're talking about the good and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had one of the males say in a 2-parent household, you see, in a single parent household, no, in a 2-parent household, a girl is more willing to work through things. Where a woman coming from a single parent household,
They like peace.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he also said a woman coming from a single parent household, he sees them more independent sooner than women from a 2-parent household.
Because they have to be.
Yeah, so those are positives and negatives. So
So my mind goes to attachment theory and parentification. So my mom, I was raised single mom, and so that meant I had to handle things for myself. You know,
yeah.
like dinner's in the refrigerator, put it in the microwave. You can handle that. I'm 8. Yes, you got it. So I see that men raised in a single family home, like they step up more.
More
I think.
independent.
Yeah, they're more independent. 2-family homes, the things that stick out to me are negative. Because I spent a lot of time like looking at my negative things.
Okay.
So when I say parentification, it's being more responsible early. Then the attachment thing, doing so that I can be loved and get attention. Like when I was in my early 20s, it was all about attention. I had to like, he talked to me, girl. He said he knows my name.
Yeah.
I can't believe he knows my name. And then it was just like, so then we're getting married and it's like, no, he doesn't actually know your name. He actually called you Vivian. You didn't even hear him right,
girl. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But how would you see them? So
In a relationship?
Yeah, when you meet a man, are there things where you can see characteristics in them? Like for me, I've noticed that some men coming out of single parent households, especially if they were raised by their mother, sometimes the way that they deal with their emotions, it's like on the spectrum of either there's not much emotion because you weren't given that emotion and you were really pushed to be this manly figure, or when you get upset, you revert to the way that usually women would deal with situations, rather than having that balance of, even though you're upset, dealing with, you know what I mean?
You either learned how to deal with emotions and you're like really emotionally intelligent, or it's the opposite and you go to like some type of manipulation kind of deal, like act like a baby almost, so that the relationship becomes a mother-son dynamic.
That, or it's just more like they, instead of being able to regulate your feelings, it's more because a lot of times I've noticed when you argue with men who've been raised or been around other male figures, there's not a lot of catty back and forth.
No, it's very like black or white, yes or no, angry or not, like you either see it my way or you don't, and that's it.
And at that point it's like, we're gonna cut this conversation right now because it's not going anywhere, or he sees where we're trying to go with it, right? Like, but I don't see the same with the other side. And I think that, and maybe that's me because I'm coming from a 2-family household.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So I can't say that like argument style, that's something you could pick up at a 2-parent home or a single family home.
Depending on the individual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where they came from.
Yeah, and what kind of family are they in? Like, maybe they're a loud family. That's just like how they communicate. Something popped in my head and it flew away. So
It's okay. It's gonna
it'll
come back.
Yeah.
Like the Jaybird, it's gonna come back. How do you think they show up in communication? That's kind of what we were just talking about. But how do you feel about that? How do you think they show up in communication? Like, do you notice patterns like around trust or? You said with their effort with men from single parent households, you notice more. Do you think that that's because?
Do they try harder? Maybe.
Yeah. Have you ever had do you have experience with men who were raised in like a household with just a male?
No, I don't know a lot of men only raised with a male. Oh wait, yes I do. Yes I do. Trauma.
So I had a guest, and he was raised by his father. And one thing that he brought up that was interesting to me is that he said that the way that he was shown love was different. So for him, as being grown now, he works on and is very aware of showing affection. Because the way that his father raised him and showed affection was he showed up for him, he was at his games, he provided for him, he did all those things.
Yeah.
But he, obviously because he was a man, he wasn't showing...
He did a whole bunch of hugs.
Yeah, he wasn't getting the hugs and the kiss on the head and let me rub your back and you know what I mean? And all that. So it was interesting to me how I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're making me stretch because I've never thought about it this way. I've never thought about it as the 2-parent versus 1 dynamic. I don't think much at all, except for like I noticed that men raised by women tend to be more gentlemanly. They tend to be more receptive to emotions, or like if you give them a silent treatment, they notice that, whereas
they notice the little things.
Yeah, they notice the little things a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's probably as far as and deep as I've gone with that. Yeah. There is one person I've been seeing on this reels that he teaches boys like how to be a gentleman. From
like the etiquette before boys.
Etiquette before boys. From the bathroom to the dinner table.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm like,
to how you shake a man's hand when you meet him, to all that, which is important.
Yeah, stuff that men are given by other men, and it's not always their dad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, I'm just trying to raise a man, right?
Exactly.
So I'm trying to put men in his life that I want him to copy. And I was raised by a single mom, so I even looked to, like, I had my stepdad from when I was really young who I could look up to. I met my dad when I was 15, and I could see another side of how to be a man and what a man looks like. But it's always been different.
You know, it was really important for my parents that I didn't, like I wasn't allowed to call, you know, some people call random, like important people in their life mom, right? I was never allowed to do that. And it always made me feel weird to even try to do that. But as I got older, I understood being a parent. I understood my parents. There was so much going around, and there were so many, they had friends, and they weren't always on the right side of the law. You know what I mean? So the people that we might have been around, though everybody wasn't somebody to look up to. So they really kept...
She said, no, you can't be calling everybody mom.
She kept a clear path of who's your mom, this is who you look up to. And I did a MLK interview the other day, and the girl said, well, who do you look up to? And I said, well, honestly, my parents. Because, and I'm saying that to say, it's so important for that male figure, for my boys, like my brother, and even like my husband when he came into their life. Just the simple things of like, why is your hand on your hip? Which is just something you're copying from your mom, but as a little boy, that's a mannerism that, you know, we're not saying it's wrong for what, if you want to put your hand, but that's not a mannerism that I necessarily wanted my son to repeat. That
it's a
was
perception
of me. Exactly.
because it's not necessarily like if that's you and that's how you want to express yourself, okay, but
I'm
also
a
just
woman.
be aware of
Yeah.
who you're copying in life. Be aware of like how you're perceived by other folks. Don't let it change who you are, but
And I think
awareness
it's important
is
for us mothers raising boys to be aware of what we glorify around our boys. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
we have a bunch of heels and stuff like that. Okay, well, if you know that your son is at the stage to play in shoes, put the boots out. Put your Nikes out.
see, so
Because
my son thought, he was like, "Mommy, are you a man?" And I was like, "That's fuck. You're 3." Okay, wait. I had to check myself because I'm like, why does he think that?
but
What am I putting out in the world? And it's like, okay, I get that I put that Wonder Woman cape on. It's like I can do everything. I don't need nobody.
yeah.
You want me to move that couch? Come on.
Yeah.
Refrigerator, let's go. Put it on my back. And he's like, "Mom, are you a man?"
Now this question has popped in my mind because I asked another guest and it kind of confused him a little bit. But do you think that society supports strong women?
No, we support ourselves.
Thank
We
you.
support ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like, it feels lonely being a strong black woman. And
Seriously.
it shouldn't be. Because,
And
like,
people tell you you're strong, and you're like, I'm trying to be weak. So tell me
Right.
what I need to do to be
do
weak.
you know my goal this year is I want a soft life. When my chat GP told me that, I was like, what is that? I don't know, soft life.
Yeah.
I've only heard of hard life, hard knocks. Not that I've had a hard life,
Yeah.
but soft sure sounds nice.
But-
Soft sounds like you don't have to do everything.
But is it that we want a soft life, or that society needs to recognize
That we need a soft
deserve a soft life?
if we don't have any softness, we're going to crack.
Because softness doesn't when you try to advocate for your kids, which you have to do, especially as a single mother, that's not a soft life. You know what I mean? When
They got it twisted. They think we soft. They get it twisted.
so that was kind of off the subject, but
Needed to be
it
said.
needed to be said, yeah. Because I think it's like I see so many young girls that go through different things, like from having kids and the father's not there, to domestic violence, to just being friends with people who aren't really their friends, but still wanting that female comfort, so they're still hang out with these people and they're not their
Yes.
friends. So it's right.
Yeah, that sounds like
And-
high school for me.
Exactly. Thank you, Johnny. So.
Holla. Thank you, Johnny.
Right, so I think it's just so important that do all that, especially in our 20s, 30s, like that we just give ourselves grace.
Let me spread this, because since you putting it out there, the biggest change for me was when I respected myself enough not to be in the company of anybody that I couldn't be my full self around.
Exactly.
If I didn't have space to spread out and speak and, have opinions and be wrong if I need to be wrong, without feeling like I have to protect myself, not in my bubble.
Yeah.
That's for when I'm out in the world. Like, I should have a shield up there, but like, you have to be able to like open up to your folks if you really want to be comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
so when you have people in that quiet space, when you can have folks that you can really be you in quiet spaces, it changes a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like when I stopped trying to understand what other people were going through and understand that this is what they're going through, it's not for me to carry, it's not for me to understand, it's not even for me to analyze. All it is for me to see it and understand it's not mine, respect the fact that it's theirs, and then respond in a safe space for me to not carry it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to not put myself, because I used to put myself in spaces that I knew were uncomfortable just to be in that space. and it's okay not to be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's you know what I mean. And sometimes
When you used to feel like you missed out on it, but no, I'm gonna be over there.
No, I'm having just as much fun with comfortability and peace by myself. You know what I mean? And I think that's when I got real comfortable just with myself, because I think if you put yourself in those spaces, then all you do is end up questioning yourself in some kind of way. What did I do? When really everybody goes through things and processes things and deals with things different. You know what I mean? So, what do you think? You know? Because that's hard sometimes.
What popped in my head,
and it's okay because opening
vision of like,
it's okay. It's okay because see we cut stuff out.
Here.
We cut stuff out this video, so we just go with it.
Might want to leave that one in.
Yeah, okay. Now let's get on something else.
Okay.
Because I've been having some real you know, the men, they be up here and they be like, you know, I don't care, but I be having to tell them you care a little bit.
They care.
They care because they get. So
Especially when they say they don't care.
did you see the? I know you saw the, not OnlyFans. We got the T app. Have you seen the T app? Okay, we have the T app. And then there was also that Lompoc app. I mean that Lompoc thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Like
about?
the neighborhoods. And
The neighborhoods and all
There's
that.
so many.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you feel about this?
I stay away.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
No. If I want some drama, I'm gonna turn on Real Housewives, and I don't even watch that.
Yeah.
It's Stranger
So-
Things for me.
What makes you stay away from it?
Peace. You were talking about carrying somebody else's troubles.
Yeah.
I tend to do that. If somebody shares something with me, I tend to want to take it on and try to help them solve it and carry it with them.
Yeah.
That shit is heavy. My shoulders be hurting and stuff when I'm
Sure.
trying to carry other people's burdens.
Uh-huh.
I'm strong enough to carry my own, but when I try and take other people's, and it throws me off balance. The vision I came up that popped in my head when you were speaking first was that we have show and tell like when we're kids,
Yeah.
and you want to show your toys to people. You're not trying to give it to them. You just gotta look. You just gotta look. You want to give them the respect it deserves. Look at it. Ooh, that empathy it will go a long
It'll go
way.
a long way. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. And leave it right there.
And leave it right there.
Yep. I love that. Do you online date? Or have you? I don't know your situation.
So I want to, but the 20-year-old in me doesn't know how to do it maturely.
Okay.
I did it very immaturely back in the day on Plenty of Fish, and I don't need to go back to that.
Yeah.
I'm not in that life no more. It was fun though.
How do you, so when you meet someone, how do you meet men? Just organically, wherever. Okay.
I mean, I sometimes I'll meet somebody at a show.
What characteristics do you see in them, or that makes you feel like they're intentionally dating with you, or if it's just for fun, other than calling you Vivian? Other than just minority. What is it that they say that that makes you?
Hey girl, we can build a life together and stuff. I don't know. I'm so easily a pushover to wooing that I'm not good at deciphering that. So I'm not a good person to answer it. I know well enough to know that I don't know well enough.
To leave well enough alone.
To leave well enough alone.
Okay. So, I'm about to get a little deep. And you just, if it's too deep, just, okay?
Tap out. Okay.
5 minutes of getting deep, okay?
Okay.
So, at what point of him wooing is it wooing your legs open?
It ain't gonna take 5 minutes, girl. That's why I don't date.
Well, and I asked that because the episode,
Oh my God! I just said I'm easy on the damn.
they know you was playing.
Oh, Lily.
Oh, lilies. But I had a man who was saying that if he talked to a woman on the dating site and she slept with him that day, like they went to drinks and he slept with them because they were feeling each other, that she couldn't be girlfriend material. And that was
judgy.
It was interesting to me, okay, because he started explaining of why that just wouldn't be for him, but the woman who waited, you know, he could see, and my thing was, well, you're both on for the same thing, right? So that's why
they have those questions on the profile, like, what are you here for? But people don't really answer those honestly.
They don't.
And for me, I mean, I've been an opportunist, but also I thought that, you know, coming into the game, I thought that how you get a man is by opening your legs. I thought that's how you keep them. And so I had it all fucked up.
Yeah.
Now going into it, I'm like, I want to hold it, but how long do you hold it? Is it 3 days, 3 months? Is it like there's this somehow a magic number? And I'm just like, this all seems like bullshit.
Yeah.
All of it. I don't even know how to play this game anymore. And I don't want to play a game. But there are rules, right? There's like these unspoken rules. So I could see why girlfriend material is not someone who would fuck on the first date. I mean, I feel like I'm wifey material, and there's people that I've done it on the first date with who I fell in love with, and we had a beautiful time for
extended
the time that it lasted. But everybody is different, and everybody comes with different intentions. If you can figure out somebody's intentions, that I think might be when you're safe to open up to them through the leg holes.
Through the leg holes. Okay. When a man.
What even was the question though?
The question was how much wooing at what point in his wooing
at what point
did your legs open? Like, and I'm asking this because it was very interesting, like I said, that he said and I'm asking more men, so we're gonna see, but it was interesting that he said if right after he talks to you now, he did say if we talk a while on the app and we get to know each other and we both understand, you know, like,
so maybe that is when you come together up here.
Yes.
Before you get, you know what? It should be a top down kind of thing. Come together in the mind, come together in the heart. Then you come together.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Wouldn't it?
Too much like
God,
right.
you hear that, right? I'm starting to learn.
Too much like right. Too much like right.
Yeah, he got my husband out there somewhere.
No, for real. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep asking my ladies.
Okay.
And somebody gonna tell me. Cause you know, how I feel about it is you just gotta find your right one. You talking to somebody and I mean, it's real easy to hear somebody's intentions. But then, I mean, it's real easy for us women to hear what we want to hear.
What we want to hear. Yeah.
And then believe that when he told you his intention, well, that was the intention with the last girl. But with me,
it's different.
It's different.
Monica and Brandy all over again.
You know, so it's more like, I think us women have to understand, and we might not like what these women gotta say.
We don't. I know I don't. I know I cannot date a machismo man.
What is that?
A man who thinks a woman is supposed to be subservient without a voice.
Okay.
And I say the without a voice part because I'm not one of those women that's like, I want to be right or whatever all the time. I'm down, like, we should come together as a partnership. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes he's wrong, but it's an equal thing. When you don't have a voice though, it's do what I say all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
Yeah, like Celie.
Ain't nobody's Miss Celie.
I'm not Miss Celie.
That's you want somebody to serve and service. That's a higher position.
Yeah.
I want a soul connection. And then,
Where you just come together and we do what needs to get done.
yes,
With
living
a goal.
life with a partnership. Like, you start with the soul connection and then, like, you figure out life together
Mhm.
equally. And that means compromise.
Yeah.
Where do we start with?
Well, what do you think men misunderstand about women's expectation in dating?
That
Let
we
me
all
start.
looking for a husband and
There we
somebody to
go.
take care of us.
There we
Pay
go.
our bills.
I explained to one of the men, I said, do you know that some women want to have sex with you after they know you're cool? They want to have sex with you to make sure they're not going to waste their time.
That part. Okay, I didn't want to say it, but
I mean, so you're.
that's how I really feel.
I mean, so if you're great, we're talking on the app, you're wonderful.
Yeah,
right?
but if you can't put it down, then you know what?
You're wonderful.
We can be friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, it was, and I probably just shouldn't say this, but what's sad, because I talked to Johnny like 6 months before I saw him. Before we used to be on FaceTime, I needed to see it. And he thought I was crazy.
Sometimes you gotta put your cards on the table.
And-
Even Kevin Hart said that.
I was
I let him know.
I was in the time in my life where I was at, I was like, I'm not wasting my time. And I said it just like that to him. I'm not about to waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're married now, so it worked out.
Right
You
on.
know what I'm saying? But
Right on.
and when I said that to him, he was kind of like surprised, like. So the woman, that could be a great woman who's just saying, I know what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to waste my time with I love your dinners. I love the flowers. But if you ain't, there's no compromise. You know what I mean? And so
I mean,
think-
unless you want to open up the relationship, and I don't want to do that. So it's time to, there's
yeah.
some things you can compromise on, there's some things you can't.
Yeah. So I think that's what's important. And I thought this was an important topic because maybe if we can understand each other, especially with the part about coming from single parents. Because like how you were saying, it also depends on what you were raised by. Well,
What are the expectations?
yeah, but there was so much trauma in our parents' generation and generations back that
They
if
were
you're
very
with
much-
somebody, when you get with somebody, you have to be able to give them grace. To, and maybe if we can understand each other, then we can. I mean, not saying you gotta work through everything, but
Right, but there's
little
a
things.
balance. Like, you can't say fuck it on everything and just be like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
But you also can't like sit there and say it's okay that he hits me or whatever it is. What you have to have a line. There should be a line, and your partner should know your line. Your partner should tell you their line.
I've seen a lot of, and I've seen this in married couples, where they pacify behavior just to keep everything.
Peaceful.
Yeah, but it's not really peaceful.
Tension is not peaceful. Just because there's the absence of violence does not make it peace.
Yeah, and it's like it's hard for me to understand just because like I'm a Pisces, so my emotions are right here. If I gotta say it, I'm gonna say it.
Mhm.
And I'm married to
Sagittarius, so.
and I'm married to a Gemini, so he's gonna say it right then. You know what I mean?
But that's how it should be, I feel like. I don't want to beat around the bush. Anybody got time for that?
No.
Look, if you're upset because I burnt your waffles, just tell me. Don't be like, and then mad the whole day.
And then tomorrow it's all well because you burnt my waffles yesterday.
Like, well, you should have told me.
You didn't care about me because you were working.
There
like,
you go.
oh,
Because
man.
anytime you get stuck in your head over something you mad at somebody else for and never said it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know who I learned that from? My mama.
You know what? I just after my first marriage and going through marriage counseling after the divorce, it really taught me some things
With
about safe communication.
Did you go through marriage counseling
Yeah.
after the divorce with
my
your
kid's
ex? Oh, okay.
Yeah, with my kid's father.
Okay. I was wondering if you got counseling with Johnny before y'all got married.
We did. We got marriage counseling, but it wasn't extensive marriage counseling. We
Kind of
went,
like put all the cards on the table deal.
so Johnny didn't know our pastor. So, one, it was important for him to meet our pastor, be comfortable with the man that was marrying us. He had heard him preach before,
Yeah.
but he hadn't met him.
Yeah,
And Johnny
it's
is a
different.
big thing on like meeting somebody,
Eye to
feeling their
eye.
vibe, feeling what type of man you are. Like, he doesn't care about your title. He's more about type of man, you know?
Word.
So, that, and then also, I really, with the pastor who married me, which respectfully I won't say his name just because I don't know if he wants his name on my podcast or not, right? But the pastor that married me, I have a deep respect for him, right? Not, I don't attend the church all the time, so I can't go that route, but I have a deep respect for just him and our personal interactions and just him as the man that he is. And so for me, there was nobody else that there was other people that we could have chose from, but there was two or no, that was
Like candidates or something.
yeah, but the other one, he wasn't ready to marry us, and this pastor, he obliged, and yeah, I just appreciated his support. And then honestly, after that, a year after that, my parents passed, and he was very supportive, you know what I mean? And then, well, one parent passed, and then a year later, the other parent passed, and he was very, so, you know, God works things out the way that they're supposed to. But back to marriage counseling, yeah, so, but our marriage counseling, it wasn't extensive. We didn't have issues that we needed to like pan out before marriage.
Right.
For me, it was like, if we had those issues, we're not going to get married. Like that's just how we feel about marriage. Like, we're not going to walk into marriage with problems. We're going to walk. If I have to go to marriage counseling with you, like a real marriage counseling to get to the
Like
altar,
fixing something is different.
we don't need.
No, I when I say put all the cards out on the table, it's like you guys are coming together after having lived a life.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something that just didn't get brought up in regular conversations. So it's like some people don't talk about finances. And
We did that with like each other. We didn't really talk.
Sounds like y'all covered the bases.
Yeah, well, you got one person coming from a marriage that didn't work, and you have another person who's open to whatever needs to happen to make it work. It kind of pulls together. That's what I was telling you about, like finding your person, because I think that's just about finding the person who has the same intentions as you. Somebody who's tired of playing the game. Like you said, I don't want to play the games. Well, there's a man out there who don't want to play the games either, and so.
Hopefully it's not just like sitting on the game. But then again, I'm usually playing a game on my phone.
I mean, I can't promise you that.
Come on, Veronica.
You know what I mean? Now you're asking for a lot. Do you have anything, any last words, any thoughts, anything you think that just needs to be said? Lillian Street?
Last
you
word.
are the street.
Yes. I need to make
And I need
sure.
you back here. I think that we can talk about, there's a lot of different things we can talk about just as far as being women. And yeah, I don't want to bring any up because you know what I'm saying?
No.
But
like.
there's some, and I want you to come back because it's just conversation. You know what I mean? And you see how my 5 minutes wasn't that bad. Even though you didn't answer my question, it's okay though.
Wait, when did I not answer?
You didn't answer my question.
Which one?
I asked you, Lillian. You said if he's wooing,
Oh shit.
because
How
hold
long?
on. You said, Lillian. I said, how do you know if he has the intention to go further? And you said, well, because he be wooing. And I said, oh, okay. Well, how much he got to be wooing to woo them legs open?
It's funny because the intention that I'm hoping for is not the intention that wooing will get you.
No, wooing will get you. Okay.
So I'm still separating that old thought pattern
Do we have advice for people?
Which intention? Are they just trying to get in your legs, or do they want to do more? Do they want to build a life? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And what about knowing our
And
intention?
Do they want to know our intention? How many
Do we
questions-
know our intention?
Not a lot of us do. I feel like I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how many girls verbalize, say to the universe, I don't want to get married. I don't want to put you at the bar. But then when he get it and then he gone, he ain't nothing. What do we want?
Girl, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not
Because
the
I say
expert.
now I want to get married, and I'm not at the bar. Ain't that where you meet people?
No,
That's where I used to meet people.
no,
That's how I got my baby.
no. That's not where you meet people.
Not directly.
But we love that you were there that night. 'Cause we love the
I do
baby.
too.
Yeah,
That baby is amazing. I
We love
love
the
him
baby.
so much.
But you know, I don't know. Go to a cigar lounge.
They closed the
No.
the
You need to
lounge.
leave town
Oh,
and you go
leave
to.
town.
I can give you some. Because me and Johnny go to some nice cigar bars in LA. You go to the cigar bar. That's at the exclusive hotels that are the $1,500, $2,000 rooms a night. Okay, in LA, and
You don't have to stay there. You just have to go to the bar there.
you can stay there, live your life, do what you do.
Oh, okay.
Long pockets, or you cannot, or you know what I'm saying. But go to the cigar. That's where you know what I mean. You got to put yourself in the environment of the people you want.
I put myself in the environment of the people that come to Soul Cats
We're so
gigs.
wait.
In my
who's
band, we sing old 60s and 70s music.
Where at?
So, you know, if there's a 38-year-old man out there that really likes 60s soul,
But what if he's in his 60s, Lillian?
usually that's,
And
you
how
know,
old are
most of my
you?
friend groups are
I know.
65 and above.
I know. I've seen your pictures.
hmm
Beautiful people, though.
Yeah, they are.
They really are.
Those are the people that I can fully be myself around. Yeah, I'm trying to expand into,
You messed me up right there. I didn't know where to go. My mind just said, okay.
I don't want to be just going to a whole bunch of pretty rooms.
How old are you?
38. 38, feeling great.
Yeah. Wow.
Ready to integrate, but not quite on Facebook. I don't want to swipe. You
So-
know what I mean? Like,
You don't want to swipe left, swipe
I
right?
don't want to do that. I feel like I wouldn't do that in real life. That's rude.
It's not rude. They don't know that you swipe.
True. I guess we do, like, ignore people and
What's your dating range?
vibes. That's why I don't want to swipe. You cannot get vibes from a picture.
Lillian. Lillian, I thought we were almost over with this podcast, but we're going to get back to it. Okay? Now listen. We need some specific. God, who's listening, needs specifics on what you, because everybody has vibes. But we don't know if they match your vibes. So before we get to vibes, I just need to know. There's nothing wrong with having preferences. So we're gonna start. Do you preference someone under 5 feet tall?
No.
Boom. Vibes right, but you're just a little too short for me, but there's a small queen for you. That's no problem. That's
It's
okay
so
to
beautiful.
say.
That's so beautifully said.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Do you want Snow King?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. But if the vibe's right and he came in hot,
Yeah.
okay,
I'd
so
be
it's
down
not
for a Viking if the opportunity presented. You know, there's different ones.
okay. So you're open. Do you see where we're going with this?
I'm open.
If the man's 89, so you have an age limit.
So I have an age limit.
Boom.
Yeah.
If he's 69,
We're gonna drop it down to
okay.
48.
Boom, I love this for you.
Okay.
48, you're 35,
I'm 38.
you're 38
Okay.
to 48. That's 10 years.
Okay.
If he's 5'9", How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Okay, so you want about
6'1", 6 foot.
there's not
and
a lot of
above.
those out there.
There's not. That's why I said 6 foot and above.
So what we're gonna say is
5'11".
you what we're gonna say is 5'9" and above, 5'10" and above,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll take your blessing.
Take a blessing.
You'll take your blessing, but Lord's gonna bless you because you're a good person. He's gonna bless you.
With abundance. Hallelujah.
Yeah. So okay. So now you know what you want.
I mean, but there's so much more to it than that. But I think I got that
But
part.
that's your swipe right there. Because they're gonna tell you how tall they are. You're gonna look at them.
You're
Listen,
still steering me towards those apps.
you're going. You've already said you want to go. You're just scared. You're gonna go. We've talked about Seeds Planet. You're going. I mean, I'm just telling you. I'm just trying to help you. I'm a good matchmaker.
Send them on their way. Facebook has that thing where you just like send them.
Not Facebook. Try, you know. I
Which
don't know.
one? I don't know. You married.
Yeah, I'm not the one to
Not
ask.
the one.
I'm not the one. I told you I don't know everything.
I'm single ladies.
You know, but you did
There's
say
gotta be an in between too, because I don't. The single ladies, single, y'all in the same
when you
boat I
said the
am.
vibes though, it gave me pansexual, and I don't think that's where you're at.
Oh.
So that's where I said we need clarification.
Got you.
Because when we go, and it's
Strictly diggly.
pansexual,
Yeah.
beautiful for
Yeah.
them, but I didn't think you were going that route.
No, because if I had to deal with a woman, oh Lord,
You know.
periods and stuff, like no, hell no.
Yeah, so you want a nice,
Want a man.
a nice man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I need a king.
start swiping.
All right, I think
And
I know
put it-
my phrase. Looking for a king.
So you're gonna put on your thing.
I don't know, girl. Do they still have the things where you
They
have
do,
to
but don't put looking for a king. We're gonna work on that off camera,
Mhm.
and then put in a zip code outside of.
It can't be here, huh? Is that where I'm?
You need to put your zip code that you live in outside of the county. Then you'll stop picking up people around the county. I just gave you a little free game right there.
Word. Except I don't like to drive nowhere. I'm lazy.
Well,
Maybe
words
that's
on the
what it is.
street.
Yeah.
We're gonna be back with Lillian Street soon. Thank you so much.
That should be like a call in and give advice.
Yeah.
I'm open to that.
Well, I have a screen. That screen right there.
Yeah.
And I had one podcast with somebody where Latrice, she called in, and yeah, people can splice in. If you ever want to just be on the screen and give some advice, talk, listen
Okay.
to people's conversation, and yeah, let me know.
I'm down to get advice. Somebody